Welcome back to the Bates Kitchen. I don't know why I forgot to do this when we were making mashed potatoes, but we are finally doing the Q&A with me and Whitney, wrap up 2025 before we go into 2026, and we're going to find out a lot about ourselves. I've already got a whole phone full of questions here. How far do you live from your other siblings?
That's a good one.
I live pretty close to the ones that are close. All the ones around here, we're probably within 20 minutes of everybody that's in East Tennessee. We're still pretty close to Lawson because he's only like 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah. The only ones we're really far from is the Florida couples. And we did get to go and see the ones in Florida this year. So that was kind of a highlight for the kids. Really enjoyed that. Yeah. But we love going over to the big house when everybody, at least a few people, can go over there and hang out. It's been really fun. When are you due? And this is probably one of the questions we get asked more than anything. When are you due? And congratulations.
Thank you so much. I am due May 6th. And fun fact, I have been induced with all of my babies so far. So when it gets closer to time, I'll probably end up scheduling
Pick a day.
Pick a day. It'll probably, probably be that week or just depending on how.
Can't get here soon enough.
The baby's measuring. We're so excited.
Are you living in your forever home? Now that's a good one. Because sometimes we think we are, and then now that we have another baby, we're kind of thinking maybe we're not.
Yeah, I think with baby number 6 on the way, especially it being a girl, we definitely are going to need more room. So I am not thinking this is our forever home.
We're either going to have to add on or change the layout somewhere, put another bedroom in. Of course, right now, all the bedrooms are close to mom and dad's room. Nobody wants to be far away from that. So we're going to have to come up with something.
Yeah, I don't know. And the girls' room is on the smaller side, honestly.
Yeah.
So there'll be 4 girls in there. So, I mean, we have 17 acres. We've thought about maybe building somewhere else on the property. So, yeah, definitely not our forever home.
We're still in the planning. We don't know what we're going to plan to do, but we're going to do something.
Right now, everything is on the baby. Once the baby's here, then we'll think about it.
Yeah. We like to do things after when we've said, if we don't plan ahead, we do it after the fact.
True. It's so true.
First of all, a huge thank you to ButcherBox for sponsoring today's episode. Okay, this just showed up, and I wanted to open it with you guys because this is exactly what ButcherBox is. ButcherBox is a high-quality meat and seafood box that delivers straight to your door. As you can see, this all arrives frozen solid with free shipping, ready to go straight into your freezer. Their beef is 100% grass-fed with no added antibiotics or hormones ever. They also offer free-range chicken and responsibly sourced wild-caught seafood like this Alaskan sockeye salmon right here. What I love is that you can fully customize your box. There are over 100 different cuts to choose from. You can skip, pause, or change your delivery anytime. Every time I cook with this, my wife is so impressed. And of course I tell her it's because I'm such a great cook. But in reality, it's a lot easier to cook better when you're using high quality ingredients like grass-fed beef from ButcherBox. That's why I keep this stocked. It simplifies meal planning, cuts out extra trips to the grocery store, and gives me peace of mind knowing exactly what I'm feeding my family. And right now, you can use my code BATESKITCHEN20 to get $20 off your first box plus free steak for a year. You can go down to my link down in the description there, click the QR code right here on the screen, and use my code, exclusive code here, BATESKITCHEN20 to get $20 off your first box plus free steak for a year. You'll thank me later. Any tips or tricks on potty training a boy? Love you guys. Congrats on your next little one. If you had told me, actually, I'll be honest, when Whitney did tell me that she did this, I didn't think it would work. But it may not work for everybody, but this is crazy. Tell them what you do.
So, and I always preface this by saying, like, it may not work. It may not even be a thing, but it's just what I do because somebody told me about it. But there's an old, what do you call it? Wives' tale?
Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, wives' tale. How do you say that?
Yeah, wives' tale.
Okay. But the signs, like by the moon, apparently are a big deal when it comes to weaning a baby, whether it's like taking a passy or potty training or whatever. I thought it was crazy when I first heard about it. And I had tried a couple times to potty train Bradley when he was little. And then somebody said, well, if you'll just like Google what the best time according to like the moon on the Farmer's Almanac, it'll give you like the best dates of the month to wean a child or wean a baby. And I tried it, and it worked like a charm. So, I mean, maybe
we've done it with all of them.
I've done it with all of them. When it's taking the passy, potty training, any big adjustment like switching beds or something like that to a bigger bed or whatever. I always Google, according to the Farmer's Almanac, what's the best day this month to wean a baby? And that's what I do.
Now, I may be just spoiled because Whitney has really good kids. I could just be just spoiled. But crazily enough, they've all been 1 or 2 day potty trains. We've never had a kid take more than 2 days to potty train.
It's wild. Like, And
that
Bradley,
doesn't sound real because it was not like
when
that
I
growing up.
tried the first couple times with Bradley, it was so...
He couldn't get it.
Which, I mean, and I will say there is the point too where you do it as the kid is ready. Don't do it, obviously if they're not even showing interest. But he was showing interest, and I don't know why. But man, when I Googled that day, like literally within 24 hours, he was like,
Yeah,
it was
we waited
wild.
till the day said to start weaning, and we did it, and boom. Whitney even cuts her hair on the Farmer's Almanac now. She's a sworn
crazy.
believer.
I don't know. And
Ben Franklin would have been happy. Poor Richard would have been making his money off of my wife.
I take their passies too on, according to the Farmer's Almanac. I'm like, I'll tell Zach, I'll say, it's coming up. We're taking their passy on this day, and we sure
And
did.
we do it. Do you think you were already pregnant in the Q&A with Travis and Katie? No, we were not. That baby
When
would have
was
already
that?
been here by then. That was a ways back.
Oh yeah, gosh, I was trying to think when that was. Honestly, once we find out, we kind of announce pretty quick. Like
Yeah,
we don't wait around.
We know we can't keep a secret. We put it on the group
I
text.
can't.
We get it out there.
We have too many kids too, so it's like
Can't wait on that.
We can't wait. They're too excited. We don't want to make them wait. So no, I don't think we were. That was way
we were
back.
not. Yeah. No, we already had that baby by now. Let's see. Are any of your kids picky eaters or harder to please?
Whew. Yeah.
All of us are a little bit picky. We've all got things we don't like. Whitney's probably the most open-minded when it comes to food. I do not do lima beans or peas. Don't like them. And then all of my kids have something that they don't like. I even have a kid that doesn't like macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it just, honestly, the phrase every kid is different is so true for so many things, whether it's their attitude, whether it's their personality, what they eat, what they don't like. All of our kids are so very different. Some are easy to please sometimes with food and they'll eat just about anything. Some don't. It just varies.
It definitely varies. But we try to do our best to cook enough different things that they have things that they can like, that they can eat. And then I love them to try things the first time if it's a new recipe.
You are good at that. Like if Zach cooks something that's a little different or we're out at a restaurant and it's something they've never tried, he does encourage them. We don't force them, but we're like, if you'll just try one bite. And Chloe a lot of times has been like, no,
she's my little Whitney.
She probably is the most picky, but 90% of the time if she just trusts me and I'm like, just try it, I know you'll like it. She loves it. So we do try to encourage them just to like, broaden their palate. But
if we're here and if it's something, once you've tried it, if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it anymore.
We don't make you eat it at all. Yeah.
So I got one kid that don't eat mac and cheese. I mean, wish they wouldn't eat steak.
Now, Bradley's our steak eater. When we're out at a restaurant and he's old enough now, we're like, what do you want, Bradley? Do they have a kid's steak on the menu?
Can I get a steak? Is it okay if I get a steak this time?
He's so funny. Jaden's watching us like,
So in the mashed potato episode, we learned about Zach's first thing that you cooked for him. What is the first thing that Zach cooked for you?
Wow, you've put me on the spot. What did you cook for me for the first time? Hang on, wait, let me think about
I
it.
have to say, I don't know. I truly do not remember.
Wow.
Honestly, I probably learned from you how to make fish sticks and mac and cheese. That was probably the first thing I cooked for
Zach,
you.
you got into law enforcement, or like when you were in law enforcement, that's when you really got into cooking. So before that time in our life, I don't really remember some significant, like something he made.
I would make spaghetti or I would make fish sticks or whatever she would make. I mean, we made the same meals.
Yeah.
I would sometimes make chicken casserole or something, but she didn't really love the one thing I probably doctored the most was my spaghetti. And nobody liked it except for me because I make it so hot. It was more like if your spaghetti was chili.
Gosh, I don't remember. I think, who knows at this point. I mean, we've been together
I
for 12
remember
years.
when I really, one time we were not, we did not have a lot of money. And the thing is, well, that's been a lot of times in our life. But the thing is, going out to eat at a fancy restaurant is expensive.
Yeah.
But even more expensive than that is also paying a babysitter so that you can go out to eat at a fancy restaurant. So now you're paying extra. And then, of course, you're going to go shopping while you're out. So those trips add up.
Okay, you know what? Since you just said that, you know what we do a lot when we go out to eat?
What?
It's always eating and shopping. For some reason, we always
That's
end
why I
up
threw it in there, 'cause
shopping
you know
a little
you're
bit.
gonna have
Like
to
we
go
know
shop.
we shop.
You know
That's
you're going to
funny.
have to. So I remember one time I wanted to cook something special for you. And I remember it was Valentine's Day. And I did all the stuff you liked from Ruth's Chris. And I did king crab.
Oh my
Your
word!
steak.
Yes.
I made the creme brulees.
That was in this house. That was probably 3 or 4 years ago.
That was.
Wow.
I spent a long time cooking that. It was an all-day deal. I think she would have rather just what I did.
No.
Time management was difficult.
No, it was very sweet.
It was a nice dinner though.
It was. And you
Did the
cleaned
Béarnaise
up.
sauce?
Like you did everything.
Yeah, she remembers that I cleaned up. Cooking, I remember what you cooked for me. My wife remembers that you cleaned up afterwards.
I was so impressed because it was such a big meal. And then
Such a big
I was
mess.
like, oh, bless him. He's so sweet. Like, that's going to be a lot to clean up. But then he cleaned it up. And then I was really impressed.
It was a lot to clean up. It was probably cold when it got to you, but it was fun to cook
good.
for you. Are you dog or cat people? Well, we love our Scout, but Whitney's a cat person too. But the problem is sometimes when she's pregnant, she's allergic.
Okay, so we have... Oh, here comes Scout. I heard him coming.
Yeah, I said his name. Now he's trying to get past the film crew guy.
I'm trying to talk the boys. The boys are not really cat people. But I'm like, you know what? I've let y'all bring a dog home. Zach came home, I don't know if y'all know this, and brought 6 little chicks home with the kids one day when he got home from the store.
I'm an impulse shopper.
He's very impulse. So I said, you know what? That's fine. One day, I'm going to find me a little baby kitten. They actually have at the pet store on weekends, little baby kittens that you can adopt. And I said, I'm going to come home with a little baby kitten, and it's going to be great. And you're going to love it. And he's going to act like all big and tough, like he's not, but he'll love it. See?
I haven't ate cat in a long time, but I'll try it.
Oh, dating advice for your daughters?
Listen,
y'all, we're just trying
don't
to make
even
it.
start that on me. I have daughters. Right now, I'm just trying. Somebody asked, I'm wanting some dating advice for my daughters. Right now, I'm trying to figure out some advice on how to help them get along when they're arguing over a toy.
Yeah.
And I'm just dreading the day they grow into each other's clothes. I'm not even thinking. I honestly don't think my heart's going to handle it when it comes that time.
It's going to be hard for him with his girls. Yeah. It's definitely.
It's going to be hard. I'm protective as a big brother over my little siblings, and I know that it's going to be so hard for me. I picture myself just being the super supportive dad that's just, yeah, y'all just doing great. And just instead, I feel like I'm gonna be watching that guy's every move. Like, excuse me, why didn't you go for that promotion? Why didn't you get that extra 10 cents an hour there? We need that.
It's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you. Yeah. We are not that far. We're just.
I'll tell you this, I'm gonna be watching to see if he opens that door for my daughter. Because if he don't, I'm just gonna snatch her back in the house. Ain't going with him.
You know what? Okay, I will say this is a story about Sonic. One thing that stood out to me about you is I had opening the car door for me and just opening doors. I thought that was just so sweet because a lot of guys nowadays, that's just not a thing. I love opening and I was like, how kind. Now he still tries to beg me to let him open my car door.
She's so fast, I can't get to it.
I'm like, you got to go a little bit faster. If you do, I don't mind.
If I was a bullet train, I couldn't get around that door. She hops right out and gets them kids out behind her. She'll have all 5 kids out one side, and I'll be still wrestling with the car seat on one kid.
That's funny.
I put the baby seat behind my seat so that I can hop out and get the baby out, and she's already got the other 5 kids halfway to the store.
True.
Especially in this cold weather. Done. When it's cold, she does not hang out.
With 5 kids, there ain't no time to waste. You gotta keep it going.
What's something that the other does for you that means the most?
Ooh. Let me think.
I can tell you what I think it is.
What do you think?
I think it's when I do the dishes, clean. When I
am more of an acts of service.
Any acts of service. When I just see something and get it clean, you come back in the room and see it done.
Honestly, it's not even things that I expect. It's not even that. I'm not that big about him having choice. I don't know, but when you just think of things like today, he had so much laundry done, and a lot of times we'll do that together or we'll fold it together. And that's fun. If you're married or newly married, that is a really cool time to get to talk. So we like to do that a lot when the kids go to bed. We like to fold laundry together. But then I came home today and he had so much of it done. I thought that was so sweet. I was like, aw, that was so sweet.
I love getting to do those things. I'll tell you, the thing that you do for me is the most important. It's when you come up and hug me.
He's very much a physical touch. He loves it.
When she comes in and I don't say anything and she just hugs me, my whole world just stops. I love it. It's the happiest part of my whole day.
I'm not physical touch. That's not my love language. But with him, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else could.
I will say sometimes I'll rub her, when we was first dating, I would rub her hand or something because I love the touch, and she'd be like, if you don't quit rubbing the same spot,
you just gotta
do it. Pick a different spot. You've got to move around.
That's hilarious. Now, I will say another thing that I've always, since I met you and even now, I've always thought it was so attractive and so sweet how you are with kids. how gentle you were with your siblings, but now even with our kids, like so many days he'll come in and be like, honey, I've got the kids. What are you doing? Just go rest. Go do whatever you want. Or I'll be like, can I get my nails done? Can I go out with Carmen? Well, yeah. Like to him, it's like, why are you even at? Like, of course you can. It's never been a question to him. He's like, well, yeah, I've got the kids. They're mine. Like, and he has so much fun. So
the kids
to me,
have fun too. We party when Mom
they party. So I will say that to me has always been very special. That you just like. We're such a team. Like I feel like we've always been a team.
We've never really divided. Like if you asked what's Whitney's chores and what's Zach's chores, we have no chores. Even when I was in law enforcement and gone a lot. And I will say it's a lot easier now that I'm in real estate.
Yeah.
I do end up losing some nights and afternoons. That's kind of a busy time. Weekends can be busy, and so the schedule can be sporadic. And sometimes they can be really spur of the moment, which can be difficult on your schedule. If you're planning to do something and somebody wants to see something, I'm real quick to just commit and just, okay, let's go do it. It can be, very spur of the moment. Out of the middle of nowhere, somebody called, want to go see something. They want to see it right away. They've got a pre-approval or somebody I've been working with for a while. The real estate market's hot. I can just have to jump and go. And so we've always just been, we just go with the flow. Everybody does what needs to be done.
You know what?
But I've noticed it's very special to Whitney when, like today, she had a bunch of errands to run, so she was going in the morning. And I know that there's certain things that if they are done when she gets home, she's just like, oh man, I'm so glad that's
It was
done.
so nice. The kitchen, he had already made food and the kitchen was clean.
It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes.
And I don't expect it when it's not like that. Like it doesn't upset me. But I was saying that explains it really well. Our marriage is very go with the flow. When he was in academy, before he went to the police department, it was go with the flow. We had to make it work. When he was working, 80 hours a week, it was go with the flow. And I feel like we've just always adjusted to stuff like that. And I feel like even with our kids, I'm just more of a go with the flow mom.
We started off, and I was working at the metal fabrication and doing machining. I was a machinist and manual machinist, and you were at Sonic, and so I mean we were life was crazy. She'd close, get off at 11, and then she'd open the next morning, be back at 4. The schedules are all crazy.
I think the most important thing about it, though, is the only reason that's worked for us is always having the understanding that we're on the same team. There have definitely been hard days, definitely been hard times, hurt feelings, good times, laughs, but just understanding at the end of the day, even Zach sometimes, because I'm a lot more closed off when I get my feelings hurt, but sometimes he's like, hey, I just want you to know, like, we don't have to talk yet, but we're on the same team. So knowing that we're always like, together.
I think that's the biggest conflict solver is when the conflict is out of the way, because in the heat of the conflict, you don't realize the conflict is all you can see. And if you can stop for a while, and Whitney's taught me how to stop, because I'll just keep pushing through because I just want to push all the way through. Okay, we've started this, we're just going to push it through to the finish. She's like, we've got to stop because I can't deal with it right now. And then it helps me get in the mindset that, you know what, the conflict isn't as big as the fact that we're in this together, and we're going to have to find a solution that works together. And we've been able to do that, and it's not always been easy, but that is right. That is what makes it work, is when you're on the same team in the same boat.
Yeah.
Well, that got
like
heavy.
We just got on this long thing. I don't even think that had anything to do with the question that
I don't even know. When we had
idea.
to cut the cameras and come back on, because these cameras, they heat up and they can only record straight for 30 minutes, and you wouldn't realize how much talking we do. But every 30 minutes, I have to stop and start back over, and then I try to come back in. I don't know where I'm at. Love your family. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas holidays. We hope you guys have a wonderful
Merry
Christmas as well, and a wonderful New Year. Looking forward to 2026. Let's see here.
Oh, somebody wants to know if we have a name for baby girl. We do, but I'm not going to say it yet.
I'll give you a hint. Every one of my kids
This is cool. Y'all
have
can
a middle
guess.
name that is named after one of our immediate relatives. And I'll just go through what we've got so far, so you can probably figure this out. It's very simple once you know the pattern.
Y'all probably won't guess the first name, but you can probably guess the middle name.
So Bradley Gilvin, his middle name is Gilvin. That goes back to me, my dad, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and at least my great-great-grandfather. He died very young. We don't know the names before Clarence Gilvin, but we know that name's been passed down at least that far to the firstborn, so it's Bradley Gilvin. Then there is
Casey Lynn.
Lynn.
Lynn is my mom.
And yeah, that goes to Lynn's mom. And then there is Chloe Eileen.
I'm Whitney Eileen.
Whitney
so that's
Eileen,
after
so
me.
that's her middle name. I wanted to name a kid Whitney, and Whitney said no. When you say Whitney, I want you to know
I feel
it's
like my
me.
name is not a name you hear a lot, so that'd be hard to
I
have
do
two
love
of
it.
them.
I do love hearing it. I like saying it. Whitney. All the kids like saying it too. Well, then they like saying mom. Anyways, so Whitney Eileen, and then Jaden Carl. I'm not good at remembering even my kids' names.
Jimmy Carl is my dad, so his middle name Carl.
When I try to think middle names, I'm trying to think middle name first, and it's just throwing my whole brain off.
Yeah,
but,
we did middle names, not first.
And I'm so grateful that we were able to get,
Lily Joe.
Lily Joe.
Joe is after his mom.
Jaden comes first.
I just did Jaden.
Oh, I was going to say the story about Jaden.
Sorry.
So Jaden Carl, it was very special. I was so glad that worked out to be a boy. He got the same initials. Whitney's dad went by JC. That's what everybody called him. Mm-hmm. And so we used Carl, his middle name, and had no idea that he was going to pass away literally right after Jaden got home from the hospital and got through everything.
He was just a few months old, yeah.
Jaden was barely a few months old, but he got to meet the son that we named after him, and it was very special to him, something very special.
That was
and I get to think about it every time we see him, and I think they share some personality traits.
Definitely.
It's so cool to watch him growing up and get to tell him those stories and kind of carry that on through there. And that's the first kid that we named somebody after that went ahead and passed on. And it was so special. I don't think I realized how special that was. Having that name carried on until afterwards. And then Lily Joe, the last one, is named after my grandmother, Betty Joe, and my mom, Kelly Joe. They both shared a middle name. And so we were able to get 2 for 1 with that one.
Yeah.
So there's only a few more to go. and the family tree's out there if you need to look it up.
That's funny. Yeah, y'all have to let us know. Because it'll be the middle name. And
y'all can see if y'all can guess the first name. Because that one will be harder, I think. If y'all all guess it, I'm just gonna know it's right. And if none of y'all guess it, I'm gonna be surprised. Now this one's a deep one. I don't know where the deep ones come from, but
oh no.
How do you stay?
We get off on a tangent when they're deep. We just keep talking. Okay, go.
How do you stay grounded in the world of influencing and social media? I just love you guys.
Oh wow.
I'll be honest, I think the first thing is realizing that no matter how much somebody tries to be real and open on social media, nothing you see on social media is truly real because it's all curated. We all share the best parts of our life. We all show, and I try to look for the best part in other people's life. And whether you're consuming social media, it's so easy to get an unrealistic viewpoint of what you want your life to be like. Or whether you're putting it out sometimes, it's so easy only showing the good side. I don't want people to get an unrealistic view of what life should be like. But also, I'm not going to show things that are embarrassing to my wife or to myself or to my children or things like that. So you show I try to show the moments that are uplifting, that are encouraging, that are funny, something that will make somebody smile, somebody that will provoke somebody to show some more love in their life. I try to show things that I feel are going to be a blessing to people, and I try to show some really good food and recipes out there. But there's a lot of times that you'll notice we don't post for a while sometimes, and people ask, well, is everything okay? If life gets too busy and my job gets too busy or the stuff that Whitney's got going on gets too busy, the kids' school gets too much, that always comes. Life comes first for us.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest balance for us is life comes first.
Yeah.
And that's always been our thing is if social media has to go away for a few weeks or until we can get caught up with the rest of life, we're going to focus on life. We're going to focus on the people in our life first and then try to work that around whatever that is.
Yeah.
And, I think it's worked for us so far. And if at any time we can't, then it'll just go away. We'll just end it.
Yep. Touche. That was a really good answer. That's a great.
I should have let you answer some, but I was just in the groove. I was
great.
just grooving right along.
That's a great way to explain it. I mean, especially as our older kids get older, you don't realize the difference. Like, I think I only realize it because I have an 11 and a 9-year-old, and then I have a 2-year-old. They are in very two different stages in life and things that interest them and things they want to talk about and do. And as they get older, I'm seeing what my older kids need, even my younger kids, but my older kids also need a lot more from me right now, a lot more time to talk, attention, emotion, emotions are different, as they're growing. So, I mean, Zach's right, that as long as that stuff is taken care of and that's first, and social media is fun, then it's great. So as long as everything else is vibing and we're all doing what needs to get done first, a lot of times I can't even try to do anything until after school's done.
Yeah.
School right now is just
in
like
the school year.
In the school year, you might see me once or twice a week. You might see me 5 times a week, depending on how fast we're getting done. I don't know. It's just we're just always.
And depending on what we're doing, we try. We just don't have time to create.
We
things
go
for
with
media.
the flow.
So if we're doing something, then yeah, we might get some shots of it. If we're all going to Dollywood or there's a big
But it
family
is
get together.
really fun. If you do social media, it is fun to embrace it and just have fun with it. Like have fun. Let the kids have fun.
My dad always said, if you wouldn't do something for free, don't do it for money. And
Ooh,
that's kind of the way. Social media is something that's fun, and I love when, especially with like YouTube, it's able to monetize and the videos are able to help supplement income and things like that. I love that. But if I wouldn't do it for free, then I'm not going to do it at all, because for one, it's going to make everybody miserable that's around me, and for two, I'm going to be miserable, and I hate to be miserable or hungry.
Oh,
what's something? Here's the last one. What are y'all looking the most forward to in 2026?
Oh, baby girl, 100%. That's the highlight.
100%. I can't wait to meet little. We are so excited. And I can't wait. I honestly can't wait to see the way my kids respond to seeing her. I'm watching Lily climb up in the bed like Casey used to when Chloe was a baby in mommy's belly. Casey used to come up there and talk. And it's been so long, I think, it feels like, since Whitney was pregnant. Because we honestly thought we were done. We've actually thought we were done more than once. And
no, with
we
5,
keep
I really did
mind.
think. But this one is.
This time she assures me that we're done. But we'll see. I've learned not to trust. She's betrayed my trust. Anyways.
I don't know, but I know that the siblings coming home and having a new baby is probably one of the most exhilarating, sweetest, exciting things in life.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can have it. It's one of the truly the most exciting, like those first 3 weeks of everybody adjusting and a new baby being in the home is something that it's like a rush. It's like just the same as you having the baby. Like it's such a rush because it's such a brand new, and you're in this newborn bubble. So I can't wait for just like the baby to be here and that first month of just like baby.
We were all at the big house a couple days ago. And we kind of had, it wasn't really a Christmas party, but like a bunch of the families knew they were going to be traveling. So we're like, before Christmas, let's just, whoever's feeling good and up to it, get over to the big house and hang out for the afternoon. So we all went over there, and little Lily wanted to hold Carter and Evan's little baby, Navy Kate. And she was sitting in my lap, and I saw her reaching out with her chubby little
Zach
fingers
was in
trying
the
to hold the
puddle.
baby. And I cannot wait. That is what I'm looking the most forward to in 2026.
It is. It's the most exciting.
And spending another year with this woman right here.
Oh, I love you.
And sharing a lot of good food, but that's way down the list. But we're going to do it.
And I'll continue to eat his good food and be his little sous chef.
Anyways, until next time, subscribe to us here on the YouTube. Follow along on the whatever the words are supposed to be for Instagram and TikTok, and we'll keep watching out for you guys.